Hello and welcome to the vlog. Today's Saturday, so I'm gonna be doing my normal Saturday vlog, but then Justin and I are actually going to the Poconos together tonight, and we're gonna stay until Monday morning. It's gonna be a good time. But I have a lot of stuff that I wanted to do today before we get home. Already on a roll, got the car's oil changed, so gonna go home now. See you there. Just got home. I need to do some dishes and stuff before I do any of the fun stuff, but I need to show you guys this. This is insane. So I need to pot up my tomatoes and some of my pepper plants because they're really outgrown this spot and they're looking kind of unhappy. But check out the root system on this one. I have this in this like cell pack, and that's kind of sitting on a tray that you fill with water, and you usually use this like capillary mat thing that I haven't really been using to like keep it watered. But look what the root system did on this one. That's insane. That's like nearly a foot long. Look at that. That is wild. Actually had some pretty good success with these. The only ones that didn't germinate were the Manganji and the sport peppers. And those are really old seeds, so I'm not super surprised. I'm just using seed starting mix again and like little bit of tomato tone. It's probably a little early to fertilize, but that's what I've been doing and I haven't really had any issues yet. There's 4 crows sitting up in the Norway maple. I do want to try and befriend the crows this year. I have like a crow feeder. I was thinking about getting up on my roof and maybe putting some peanuts out because I hear they like them. Maybe they'll give me like a, I don't know, a piece of metal or something. I see myself as the kind of person that has crow friends. First one is a black crim. I grew these a few years ago and they were really, really tasty. Like a little bit salty. They're from like the Ukraine area, I think. When I plant these, I plant them deeper than they were originally planted so that they grow more roots. The tomatoes are unique in that they can grow what are called adventitious roots from their stems. And then you can get like really strong plant just by growing it a little, by replanting it a little deeper. All right, I'm changing my strategy yet again. I was having trouble getting the soil to really like soak up the water. So I put soil in a bucket, put some water in it, and now I'm gonna mix it with my gloves. And hopefully that'll give me like some uniformly damp soil. I'm also putting each of them inside as I do this because they've just been under grow lights, so they're not used to real sunlight. Fortunately, it's cloudy today, so they should be okay. But I don't want them to get scalded. It's actually kind of how I killed, well, didn't kill, but you know, really severely stunted to the point of near death, Justin's Monstera. I was like,
I'm gonna take good care of his Monstera. I'm gonna repot it and it's gonna look great.
And I took it outside on like a really hot sunny day. And as I was like preparing the soil and starting to arrange them in the pot, I noticed the leaves were like turning black. I think part of the issue was I had the individual like vines sitting on a this black mat kind of thing. So I think like between that and the sun just like beating down on them, it just cooked them. I felt so bad. If you couldn't tell, this isn't a garden advice channel. This is more just like a watch me screw up in the garden channel. Next I have Cosmonaut Volkov, also Ukrainian variety, and in he goes. This one's called Desi Girl. It's from Second Generation Seeds in California. I like to support small seed growers. This is called the Ramelette tomato. It's, and I'm sorry if I pronounced that wrong, I don't speak Catalan. This one is interesting because they keep over the winter. Like they're good for storage, which is, you know, kind of unusual for a tomato. but I'm growing a bunch of them. So I want to see if I can get some good tomatoes to store. You kind of string them up on their little vines. I'm struggling with words today. It's not so much about the storage that's a cool thing about them, but the real reason that I wanted to grow these was because this is the tomato that's used for pan con tomate, which is a Spanish dish where you just basically take, I think it's like toasted bread, and you just put tomato on it and then a little bit of olive oil, and it's incredible. It's very simple, it's incredible. But these tomatoes are unique in that they're very fleshy, so you can kind of grate them onto the bread. And they say that if you want like the real pan con tomate experience, that's the type of tomato you use. So I'm gonna try and grow these, get some, and get on the real pan con tomate life. All right, now I gotta try and get this Principe Borghese out. They're tomatoes that are good for sun drying. It's the one with the really long roots. So I gotta be really careful. I'm gonna try and take the tray out. All right, I got it. Should have maybe gotten a deeper pot for that one, but we'll see what it does. All right, there they all are. Ready for the next phase of their lives. I actually kept the one Fresno or two Fresno peppers in the seed tray because they're having a little bit of a slow start, but that's okay. This is the guy that had the big root system that was hogging all the water. He looks unhappy now, but I think he'll bounce back. He's just like,
oh my god, I've had a water drip line for so long, and now I have to get my water from the soil.
So it's almost 5 o'clock now. I've had a fairly productive day. I potted up all of those tomato and pepper seedlings, and I did the dishes, and now I'm gonna fold some laundry. I am actually getting a blowout at 6:45. I don't know why I'm getting a blowout for the Poconos. I guess I just want to look cute for our little weekend getaway. If you've ever been to the Poconos, you know it's not really a place that you like get gussied up for, but we're gonna do it anyway. It'll be fun. Who cares? Before I go upstairs to put my laundry away, you have to see the afternoon light on this tree. Isn't that just glorious? I love the world. I just love the world. I love all of it. And look at this. Look at this too. Hang on. I know you can't see it very well because I'm too lazy to use my real camera, but you get the point. I don't know. If you're ever upset, just like go out and look at some things in nature. I know look, I want to be clear. I know it's not that simple, but it's helped me. Maybe it'll help you too. So this is all the laundry I have to fold. It's gonna be brutal. I don't know if I'm gonna get it all done right now. Does anyone have a good method for like keeping your socks together? I think I need to start putting them like in a lingerie bag or something when I wash them because it's just hopeless. I feel like I've been eating too much again lately. I need to get back on track with that. I found this guy who I think is kind of interesting. I really don't know much about him. I read about him like 2 days ago and read about him for, I don't know, 15 minutes or something. But his name is Brian Johnson, and his goal is to become like the most measured man in the world. And I think he actually kind of has achieved that goal. But he just like, he tracks like all these biological measurements, like all of your nutrition and cholesterol and blood sugar and triglycerides and all like just everything. And you know, even stuff that we don't think about, like he has ways to track like his skin health, the health of all of his organs. It's it's crazy. He's a, you know, multimillionaire, many multimillionaire. So he can afford to do all of this. And the nice thing is he recognizes that most people can't do this. He has like all the time and the resources to just put into like optimizing his health on every level. And he is sharing that with everyone. Like he has released his protocol and put it on his website for free. Everyone can see it. He is trying to sell stuff, of course, but you don't have to buy his stuff because he tells you like, you can either buy my stuff or you can do this and you can buy someone else's stuff. I think that's kind of cool. What he said to do is he was like, no one is going to be able to live the way I live because everyone else has to like work and has budgets and stuff like that. But he said, just like pick one or two things. So that's what I'm trying to do. The problem is one of the worst things that has been a lifelong struggle for me is diet. And he's a vegan. Now, he tells you, he's like, I'm a vegan for moral reasons. And I'm not saying that, like, if you want optimum health, you have to be a vegan. He's like, you can be healthy and eat meat and eat, you know, other animal products. But he doesn't really give you a, like, he shows, like, what he eats every day, and he doesn't really give you, like, other options. So, I imagine that he wouldn't have to take so many supplements if he ate something else, if he ate animal products. So I don't know. I would like to, I would like to know like how he came up with that. Like what are the nutrition levels and calories and you're just like all the, you know, the macronutrient ratio and all that stuff. I would just like to know how he came up with that so that I could make my own that includes animal products. I was actually a vegetarian for 13 years. I'm not really sure why I stopped. I think it was like I started eating fish because I wanted to get more protein in my diet because like I just don't love the vegetarian sources of protein. And then at some point I just like, I don't know, one day I made a whole chicken, wrapped it in bacon and ate it, and that was it. There was no real fanfare or anything. But I think I want to cut down on my meat intake again because I just don't need, I don't need it with every meal. I shouldn't need to eat it with every meal. I need to eat more vegetables for sure. I like vegetables. Like when I actually sit there and eat a salad, I'm like, oh yeah, this is good. It just, I never go into a meal thinking like I want to get a salad. It's always like I want a chicken sandwich. My parents do it, well, I don't want to say my parents do it right because there's a lot of different ways that you can be healthy or eat healthy. But like, my parents are on the keto diet and have been on the keto diet for a very, very long time. I don't even know, I don't remember how long at this point. But what they do is they will eat keto straight for like 3 months and then we'll take off and we'll eat carbs like on a weekend. So they have like something to look forward to. And they don't even like go nuts on those weekends though. They're just kind of like, okay, we're gonna go out to a nice restaurant and then we're gonna, you know, maybe eat a sandwich and we're gonna have like ice cream and that's it. You know, it's not just like, let's eat all of the things. It's very measured and I appreciate that. I know I keep talking about doing keto again. I just love sandwiches. I don't know the answer, but I know that what I'm doing is not it right now. All right, on my way to my blowout. I've had to cancel my last like 3 of these or so that I've scheduled, but we're here doing it. So I managed to go out and get my blowout, but I got a bunch of work emails just now and I have to work, so we're not going to the Poconos tonight or this weekend at all. So hopefully another time. Anyway, it's been real. Thanks for hanging out with me today. Hope you have a great week. Bye-bye.